starting on time too. Where's the real Sam?
I know.
I'm right here. Every time somebody says that,
You get a little snarky.
no, I think of Eminem.
Oh, the real Sam Haley. Please stand up.
No, don't. I didn't want you to sing.
Please stand up. I didn't sing.
I am not sleeping. Eric says, "Psst, hey Jess, here's a Benjamin. Make sure I win today."
I don't know who's gonna win, but
I don't know either.
I'm so excited for you guys. Oh my gosh, this is such a great giveaway.
It is. Very good giveaway.
I'm super excited.
Welcome. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie.
And we are here on the Flipside, and we have got a pretty special thing set up today. We are about to give away, or rather, we're going to pick and announce the winner of our August giveaway. So let's go ahead and pull it out there. That's what we're giving away.
Part 1.
Part Uno, Nar, by Pandasaurus Games, designed by Thomas Dupont. Antoine Carrion is the artist. Really great artwork, really great Viking themed race game, basically, because you're basically racing to get the most points first, 40 points, and then that triggers the end of the game. Whoever has the most points after the end of that last round is the winner. Really, 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 really fun.
Super fun.
So that's Nar. That's part 1.
Part 2.
Part 2. Dwe. Art project. Cooperative game from the Op. The designer is Florian Siriex and Benoit Turpin. Artwork by Vincent Dutrait from the Op Games. Really fun cooperative game. This is an opened copy. This is a copy that they sent me because I was demoing this at Gen Con for them. So they sent me a copy so that I could practice. Lo and behold, I already had a copy. And we're going to give this one away. So that is that. Really cool cooperative game. Comes with no less than 6 different maps in here. And each of those maps have little nuances to the rules, little caveats to the rules here and there, different things that you do. So it's a really cool game. A lot of play value in this game as well. And part 3 of a 4-part giveaway. Wandering Towers from Capstone Games. Stop playing with that.
I'm trying to make it.
Makes people weird. Wandering Towers, really fun game. Pretty light game though, especially for Capstone. They are. Let's see. I forget the designer. Oh yeah, duh. Wolfgang Kramer, Michael Kiesling. Couple of OG designers. So this was a donation. Well, first of all, this was a donation from one of our very own, Tom. He is our moderator. So he said, hey, why don't you give this away since you've talked so much about it? That's cool. This was backwardsly donated by the Op. Not really, but that's coming in. And this one was donated by The Printed Meeple. The Printed Meeple is a really cool store down in San Antonio, Texas. I've been down there a few times, and there are basically 2 game stores that I basically want to go to every time I go down to San Antonio. The one is Night Watch Games up on the north side over by Blanco Road and Loop 1604. And the other one, and I can't remember the name. Oh my gosh, the address. I can't remember the street that Printed Meeple is on. I just always punch it in the GPS and it takes me there. But Printed Meeple is the other one. Great people, and in both stores, and they have a great. They have very similar attitudes as far as super want to build community.
I love that.
But they really have 2 different ways to go about it. But they're both very good ways. So Wandering Towers is donated by them, but wait, there's more. So not only are we giving away a copy of Wandering Towers, let's put this one over here like this. We're also giving away, also donated by the Printed Meeple, a custom 3D printed insert for Wandering Towers, but not just an insert, also custom 3D printed towers and cases for all of the different player colors. So you get the whole shebang, basically.
Look how cool those are.
And it's a really, really cool 3D insert. So this is why it's called the 3D, the printed meeple, because one of the services that he offers for his community down there is a 3D printing service. He has, I can't remember how many.
So many.
He has so many 3D printers. He has actually, I think there are 8 or 12 that are there in the store that are like always running. So it's a really cool thing. It's a really cool. I don't know what to call it. It's just a really cool concept that he has really kind of leaned into, and it's working. So this is the giveaway. I forgot
all of that.
Yeah, all of this. This is one shot. One shot. We're not having multiple draws here. We're going to pick one person.
And they get all 4 amazing prizes.
They get all of this stuff.
Like really, really cool.
Sam just turned into Ron Popiel. Who's Ron Popiel?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Did you do a voice?
Nathaniel's here. Nacogdoches Road. Nacogdoches Road for the printed meeple. Thank you very much.
That was the one I kept making fun of. I was like, that's not a real name.
That's not a real nerd. Let's see. Blake is here. Good to see you. Vanessa's here. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Eric is also here. We already knew that. Oh, wow. Look at those printed towers. Yes. That is absolutely correct.
So cool.
Absolutely correct. All right. I have to get my... Oh, no. It's right here. Good. Because I do have some notes. So, right here, I'm just going to... Right here, I have the top 10. That is based upon the 91 participants who sent in their top 5 cooperative games. And so I made a top 10 out of them. There were no less than 168 unique games nominated.
Nice.
Now, there is a caveat with that number because there were certain games that the game basically stays the same in a number of different versions that have been printed. Mm-hmm. So Pandemic, if you put in Pandemic whatever, it got put into one, except I split out Pandemic Legacy. Because Pandemic Legacy is enough, the core mechanism is the same, but there's so much else going on. I consider Pandemic Legacy a little bit of a different bear. So I split Pandemic Legacy and Pandemic. So if it said Pandemic Legacy, if it was the season 0, 1, or 2, you all got put into Pandemic Legacy. If it was Pandemic whatever, then you got put into Pandemic. So that's one of the caveats there. Any of the, like, Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, those types of things, those got put into one thing, Gloomhaven. So I put expansions in. The Horrifieds, we didn't have the 4th one nominated, but any of the other 3 Horrifieds, those all got put into one.
I did see the 4th one at my Target last week.
Yes.
Did not buy it, but I will this week.
But, so the 160 unique games, I'm kind of grouping together ones that are the same system. So that was that. We had places 1 through 6 were absolutely free and clear. No ties. But 7 and 8 were tied with 2 games. They were tied with 31 points, and I had to break the tie with overall number of votes. And even then, the tie was broken by just 1 vote. Mm-hmm. 9 and 10 spaces were tied with 30 points each. So again, you see how close it was, 31 and 30. And so I went to tiebreaker, number of overall votes, and they were still tied at 9 votes each. And then I had to break that tie with the ranking of the votes. So I went in and I said, okay, who nominated this game? How many people nominated this game and this game? Well, both games were nominated by no less than 9 people.
That sounds nasty.
And then after that, I had to go in and say, okay, well, who ranked it higher? How many of those 9 did they get higher votes?
Just to be the tiebreaker.
And I think it was like the one who actually got the 9 got 5 number 1 votes, and the other one got 3 number 1 votes. So it was still really close. So the way I did this was, and we're going to get to the giveaway winner. Don't worry.
I know we're getting
I just want to explain all this. The way we did this, the way I did this was, if you nominated something as a number 1, it got 5 points. A number 2, it got 4 points. Number 3 got 3 points. Number 4 got 2 points, and number 5 got 1 point. And that's how I did it. Just flip. I don't know if it's a good way to do it, but it works.
That's what he
came out with a pretty good thing. I only had to go look up 4 games that were tied, instead of, I think last time I had to.
You had a lot more time.
I had to look up like 12 or 15 different games that were tied. So Ron Popeil popularized the phrase, but wait, there's more.
Oh right, okay. Got it. The slice and dice guy. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Are you two going to a wild game today? Preseason.
Preseason.
Yes.
First preseason
Hockey's
game
back, baby.
Okay, can we talk about fall? No, we got to talk about a giveaway.
No, we got to talk about a giveaway. We'll get to fall. Nuno Robello is here. Robello, what's up, Nuno? Hola, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. So, like I said, we had 91 different. Okay, where am I? I gotta go.
I don't know what you're doing.
All right, you gotta riff so I can focus on this.
I can't, because you told me I can't talk about fall yet.
Well, go ahead and talk about fall.
We're gonna talk about the giveaway.
Okay.
This is an amazing giveaway, you guys. Right. This is so cool. This printed meeple set that they custom built for us for Wandering Towers is so cool. It is so cool.
All right, there we go. Wandering Towers. 50.
It was so cool.
91. All right, so there we go. Got that pulled up.
I can't wait, you guys. And this is one of my favorite games, you guys.
And we're going to do random.org.
My toes itchy.
Random.org. Okay, another thing. Last time we did this, I shared the screen.
Right.
Not going to do that again.
Because we messed up.
We messed up. Some people don't have and don't know how to fix having their just name or a name show up instead of their email address.
We messed up on that. That wasn't on those people.
We're not gonna do that again. So we're going to do 1 through 91. 1 through 91, and then we're going to generate a number. Ready? Drum roll. Okay, that's good. All right, here we go. 1 through 91, generate a number for me. Number 55. All right, number 55. All right, so what means that? That means, okay, so 1 through 50 is on this. So sorry, all you guys missed it. We're just going to go to the next page. 51 through 91, so now I just have to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's who wins. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tyler DeHate. Tyler DeHate or DeHate, or I don't know how you pronounce your last name. DeHate. That sounds like DeHate to me.
Could be a fake name.
It could be a fake name. That is correct. What did he nominate?
Please tell me.
What did he nominate? He nominated number 5, Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh, good.
He nominated Dwarf Romantic for number 4. You've never heard of that game?
Nope. But it sounds cool. It has
number 3
Dwarf
was Kinfire Delve.
Oh, I don't know any of these.
And number 2, The Crew, Mission Deep Sea.
Okay, yes. That one I know.
And number 1, JT will love this, was Spirit Island.
Oh,
that was his
yes.
number 1. Now, that doesn't have any bearing on this list. None whatsoever. It had a little bit of bearing.
It was in there, but it's not.
It doesn't mean that any of those are anywhere in the top 10. It doesn't mean that. I'm just sharing with you the fact that he actually did put in that nomination the correct way. Number 5 to 1. Top 5 cooperative games. Tyler DeHate. Congratulations. Woo! Hopefully that worked. I don't know if it did or not because I can't see my screen, but we're going to minimize that. And you have to let me know if that worked or not. Let's see here.
This is such a good giveaway, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay,
Okay, did it work? Yes,
Yes,
it worked.
it did.
Woohoo! All right, that is Tyler DeHate. Congratulations. Eric says, I want a refund. Absolutely no problems at all. We can refund. Just email tomvassal@gmail.com. Don't do that.
I was like, really? Don't.
The number of people that are going to see this and possibly send him a thing is, don't email Tom. I don't want him to hurt me later.
Please no. But we are so excited. This is such a great giveaway.
Yes, very much so. All right, so Tyler, you need to email me. I'll be contacting you later on. If you're here in the chat, though,
Shout out.
Shout out, say hello, and express your surprise and or excitement. I will be reaching out via email to Tyler later on after this, and we'll get everything set up so we can get this to him, including possibly putting the insert inside this box for him, because it'll be safer to ship. But if he doesn't want that to happen, that's fine too.
Right. We do have some options.
Eric says, at least a recount? Nope, not going to do it. Sorry. No hanging chads
No
here,
hanging
buddy.
chads, man.
No hanging chads. All right.
Isn't it weird that that culturally is actually an expression?
It is. It absolutely is. Because you
cultural-
got that
know.
picture
No,
of
no.
that dude going, looking at the little Chad hanging from the thing. Does that count as a vote or not? Weirdos.
All right.
I mean, literally, and we'll move on from this. Literally, if the Chad's hanging by a corner, somebody punched that Chad out. Board gamers know this. Well, actually, sometimes those punch boards do come where they're dinged up a little bit.
Right.
Maybe it was.
Board gamers that started the whole problem.
Maybe it was. Anyway, just count the top. Just count the top 55 again. That would be the recount. No, I don't need to do that. I can count to 5.
I can't. No, I can't.
And we have that expression all because of Florida.
We have that expression culturally because of one moment in our
history.
In our history.
Yeah. Yep.
And
NAR
it's
is
now
great,
a
Travis
thing.
says. Absolutely it is.
Oh, it is so good.
What is Silent Dragon 7? Good morning, Jessie and Sam. Good morning, Silent Dragon.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Travis, David, Tom, Vanessa, everybody's here. Vanessa said Jessie would like Dwarf Romantic. It's very relaxing cooperative tile laying
Oh,
game.
I want to play then. We don't have that.
We don't. Too late about emailing. It's already out there. Just count the top 55 again. That would be the recount. No.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5. I have a friend named Chat.
Chat.
I don't think anyone has ever punched him out. It's a Chad. Chad. C-H-A-D. I think we all know somebody named Chad.
I do know somebody named Chad.
But
What are Chad? Are Chads good people? They're always good people, of course.
we'll see. I don't know about that. All right. So that is that. We're going to get this going. You might be asking yourselves at this point, what, pray tell, are they going to give away next month? Should I show them?
Or do you want to do a separate video?
I might do a separate video.
I don't know. I think we should show them.
I think so too. Silent Dragon Sam, you know me as Mark. I played Mistwind at DTE with you. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Mark and Jane, good. Yep, that was a fun game. It was a good time meeting you as well. Thank you for speaking up. Mark told me at Dice Tower Retreat that he's always in the chat. He just
Never
doesn't
chats.
usually says anything.
We've
So
had a
he
couple
spoke
people
up
tell
this
us
time.
that. Way
Cool.
to go. I love it. I'm glad you're
Good,
here.
good to see you here, Mark. Good to see you. Tom says he remembers you. Tom was in that same game. That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
David says at least give Bushman 714 the solo version reprint of TI4. That will keep him busy for a while. Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. I'll do that. Anything to keep Eric busy so that he doesn't have time to...
Oh, he doesn't. Come on. He doesn't even poke and jab that much.
He doesn't. He's fun. As a consolation
Do you want to show him? And then we'll still do a video on what we're giving away, but kind of do a teaser for the people that are here.
Okay. All right, here's the teaser. All right, the teaser is...
He has to walk across the room for this one.
I have to walk across the room, first of all.
Like I said the other day, there's a lot off camera that you can't see.
You be quiet. Stop sharing my secrets.
There's no secrets. There's just piles over there and piles over there.
There is no secrets, only
Maybe piles under
Zool.
there, under there. Okay,
All right.
This is the preview. We're going to do a full announcement.
So the preview has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes.
7 boxes.
And this was something that I got for my work that I did at Mythic Games. This is part of my contract that I am able to get a copy of all of their Kickstarters. And I don't think I'm ever going to play this game. So this is the September giveaway. And all in for 6 Siege, the board game. Everything. All of the maps, all of the characters, the base game. Plays 2 to 4. Takes about 60 minutes. This will be our September giveaway.
That's huge.
How about them apples? Right?
It might cost us $300 to ship it to you.
That's going to be... That's going to be
okay,
something.
I will say, Mythic Games makes some amazing games.
Yep.
They are some hefty boxes.
Yes. That
Like,
is absolutely correct.
hefty, solid boxes.
A lot of cardboard, a lot of plastic. That's what's up. That's what's up. I don't think I'm ever going to play the game again. I still have a prototype version of the game from when I worked with them too. So if I ever want to play the game, I can definitely use that one because it had all the miniatures, all of the prototype was pretty good.
Yeah.
So if I ever want to play the game again, I can use that prototype that I still have. This can go to some lucky individual that...
And we will do a full announcement on the giveaway, but we just wanted to give you guys a little teaser.
Yep. There we go. We'll be announcing it more...
Soon. Maybe we'll make a video today and put it up on Monday.
We'll put it up probably Monday. Yeah, something like that. Huge, David says. That's a lot, Vanessa says. Yes, that's correct.
And I'm telling you, those Mythic game boxes are heavy. Mm-hmm. When I worked Gen Con with Sam, and he was at Mythic Games, we sold... What was the game that we sold so many of? The big...
Enchanters.
No, bigger.
What are you talking about?
When I was at Mythic... Solomon Kane.
Oh, we sold more enchanters that week.
Yeah, we did sell more enchanters.
That Gen Con, because we had more enchanters. We only had a limited number of
But people would buy these Solomon Kane boxes.
Yeah, there are
they were
1, 2,
like
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes of Solomon Kane.
And they would come out of the booth with like, a stack this big, and it weighed 70 pounds. They'd be like, we have to go to the hotel room. They were huge.
Eric says, oh my, it keeps getting bigger. By January, somebody's going to win a refrigerator.
Well, maybe.
No, I'm not.
Refrigerators aren't board game based.
Maybe,
so,
maybe mini fridges.
Yes, somebody will win a refrigerator in January, but maybe not on this channel.
Not on this channel. No, sir.
Across the whole world, somebody's going to win a refrigerator in January.
When is your merch site going to have a FOBG branded board game shovel?
A shovel? Why do we need a shovel? Oh, to get all of our stuff.
Calling. I think
we need to go to the dollar store and get a little plastic shovel and put a sticker on it.
No.
Who said that? Who suggested that?
David.
I would send that to David.
Mick B says I would need to purge to store it, but seems worth it. Oh, believe me. A free all-in of 6 Siege? Yeah, that's kind of worth it.
That's a super big giveaway.
Let's see. Did you play all the Mythic games produced or was supposed to produce?
Yeah,
yes.
you did.
Yeah. I mean, I was working on either the campaign or, there was a part where I was editing, not editing, but play testing for, to try to catch some of the edit mistakes that we needed to catch before we produced. I was working on Solomon Kane for that. I didn't work on Joan of Arc. That was before I came on board. But pretty much
all the others.
Pretty much, and then Reichbusters was released just as I was coming on board.
Right.
So I didn't work on Reichbusters, didn't work on Joan of Arc, but everything else I was part of the company on, all the way up to Anest Tier. I think Anest Tier was the last project that I worked on for them, as far as that's concerned. So, yep, that's...
And we have all of them up there.
David says, "I know we don't have Anest Tier because it's not produced, and we never. Well, we did get a. I don't know. Maybe I do have Anest Tier stuff. No, I think they had me send that on to somebody else.
On to somebody else. Yeah.
My mother would throw me out of the house if I showed up on our doorstep. If that showed up on our doorstep, don't think so. I don't think that would.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's not. It's about as big as Foundations of Rome. I think it's bigger than Foundations of Rome.
No, it's not. It's Foundations of Rome is actually bigger.
No, but it's a smaller.
But it's compact.
It's a smaller.
Yeah. It's only one box too.
It's one box. Yeah.
That's correct. All right. Totally off topic, but Stryper is releasing their new album this coming Friday.
Ooh, fun.
I knew that. I heard one of their new songs, and I wasn't very happy with the lyrics. Because it was the one we were listening to in the car. And the lyrics were, no, it wasn't in the car. It was in the living room. And I was watching it and reading the lyrics because I had it set up. And the lyrics were all about how we want to go back to the old days.
I did hear that one.
And I was like, dude, that's like anti-biblical.
Right. We're looking forward. We're not looking back.
Supposed to be looking forward.
Yeah.
So.
But maybe not all the songs are like that. Maybe it was just one.
Maybe it's just one, and maybe it's just like a nostalgia trip for them. I'm not trying to read too much into it. I say all that to say I wasn't stoked about that.
We should listen to the rest of the album. Yeah, we'll listen to the rest.
Do all the expansions fit in the box? Oh, Tom. Oh, Tom. That's not mythic. No, I'm sorry. No, you're not going to fit all of the expansions from a mythic game into one box. Cretin. You're not going to do that. Come on. You need to have like your pinky up when you say, I don't fit all of my expansions in one box. That's what you have to do. Do all the expansions fit in the house?
Also,
that we can probably handle, David. That we can probably handle. Are you kidding me? Do all the expansions fit in a box?
How many times did you get that question?
Oh my gosh.
Over, are they going to have a storage solution? Is there going to be
Here's the thing. We did try. Like one of the first games we tried to make a storage solution where all of the game would fit into one box. First of all, it was a colossal failure. Super Fantasy Brawl.
Oh, yeah.
And then second, there was so much wasted space in there. And then second of all, do you realize how much was in? You would have to have a box the size of Texas to fit all of the expansion materials for those games. And it's like you're asking for something that is impossible. You cannot do it. It's impossible.
We did, was it for Super Fantasy Brawl? We built our own little...
But here's the thing. It's not impossible. It can be done.
Right.
But the production cost would drive up, and how much work we would have to have game trays put into it, and how much they would charge us, and all this other kind of stuff. It was just really expensive.
But now people have 3D printers all the time.
That's true.
Build your own storage system for it.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Warchild, really glad to see you are doing well, Sam. Thank you, Warchild. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, bud. What?
I totally misread whatever came up on my phone.
Oh, okay. McBeast. Oh, now I know it's worth. Now I know it's worth it. Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six inspired. Yes, that is
Yes,
absolutely what it
yes.
is. Definitely, I have Tom Clancy unpunched version of Politica, so obviously it is worth it. Love your interaction with chat. Thanks for interacting with us. All kidding aside, it's really cool you guys are doing these monthly giveaways. Almost makes me want to resend my comments. Nah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just make sure you enter every month. That's the key.
Tom Clancy signed the game. I don't believe Tom Clancy signed this copy. I am not saying that at all. But he may have signed another copy somewhere, but not this one that I'm aware of. He's actually keeping up with the chat today, more or less. Luckily, I have 2 first editions of Hunt for Red October.
Ooh.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Let's see. All right. Well, that's that. I have now committed to it. That's going to be a hefty shipping.
We are happy to ship to the winner of our September giveaway.
Yep.
That will, seriously, we might as well be shipping a refrigerator.
You might not be too far off.
You know,
the
hopefully
bees.
whoever wins lives close enough and we will hand deliver it.
Oh, Tom says he was talking about his copy of Politica. Oh, okay, cool. His copy of Tom Clancy's Politica
Is hand signed.
is hand signed by Tom
That's
Clancy.
super
That's
cool.
That's
super.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
He is, my Politica is signed. He is dead. Tom Clancy is dead. I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't know Tom Clancy was dead. Al Hernandez says, wow, if I win, should I upgrade my small P.O. box to buying the whole store?
No, it won't be able to go to the people box.
But you may want to contact the post office and say,
I'm
hey.
having a box this big delivered. So
This is true. This is very true. So that will be something that you'll need to...
That is another giveaway I'm excited about. You guys, I'm so excited about these giveaways. I am loving it.
If I win, I'll show up at your house. Lucky you.
Was that David?
No.
I was like, who's close enough?
It was Eric. It was Eric, and he's not close enough. So that means he was joking, or he's going to save us on some shipping.
Right, and he's going to come out and play a game with you.
Either way, fine and dandy.
He'd come out and play games with you. Yeah, well, you know, I can't wait. That's going to be a huge giveaway. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to getting Wandering Towers and all that off in the mail as well.
So
that's going
excited.
to be. Those are 3 really great games. 3 really great games. Tom says, if I win, just bring an extra suitcase to the cruise full of games. That is what I will do. Yes. I predict Bushman 714 will be demanding a recount next month too. David says.
Unless he wins. And then if he demands a recount, then,
if he's a man of integrity, he will demand a recount even if he wins.
Maybe.
We have to make sure these things are true. But,
a little tart today.
A little tart today? Why? What's a little tart today?
My drink. I didn't do I didn't do apple cider vinegar.
Your witch's brew?
No, I didn't do that today.
Oh, okay. What is this?
Tea and lemonade.
Both bitter things, unless you... No. Why do you always stick your concoctions in my face?
Because you make that face and it's
I know.
so fun.
I know, yeah.
I want him to do a live, maybe when we reach a certain number of subscribers or something.
See you later, Vanessa.
Bye, Vanessa. Have a good day. I want him to take a big old drink of my apple cider honey vinegar drink.
No.
Apple cider vinegar and honey drink. If you reach 10,000, we should make you do that. That face. Oh, gosh. I so want to do that.
Integrity? Have you met me? Eric says. When does the Wild start their season? Well,
preseason starts tonight.
Technically, we have a preseason game tonight. They've got one more preseason game. I think our home opener is the 21st or the 23rd.
28th, 21st, I don't know, 21st?
It's one. I think it's the. We just saw it on that banner. It's 5:09 night.
All right, 21st.
I think it's the 21st or 23rd, one of the two. But it's this month. It starts up this month.
So we are excited.
Yeah, we're ready to get back to the rink. That's for sure.
fall has started fully here
Oh my
in the Healy
gosh.
household. Healy Acevedo household has started fall. The kids are in school.
We have
We have one in football 5 nights a week. We have one in band 2 nights a week plus 1 night a week of lessons. We have one in color guard, and that's 2 nights a week. And then she also works 3 nights a week. And then we have, the one that's in color guard is also in the, can we geek out a little? What is she? The X-Wing,
oh yeah, the Star Wars club at school.
Star Wars X-Wing club at school. So she does that. She's also doing ASL club this year.
She won't play board games with us,
No, but she will play.
but she'll go play freaking X-Wing at school with her buddies.
Yeah.
I'm like, gee, thanks.
Right?
Help, I'm under the bus over here.
She totally. And then my work and his work. And that's all the fall activities. Oh, and then hockey starts back up. Oh, and the kids that are in band have competitions about half of every Saturday, like every other Saturday
And
for the
we
next
got,
3 months. And we have football games.
And we got
And we have football games that they're participating in.
We got the go-ahead to do a game night every month
Right.
at church.
We're going to do a game night at church.
So
we
that's
still
going to
do a
be
game
a
night at
second
Stevens
game night
West.
every month that we're going to do.
And then there's the football games that the band is in, the football games that the football player is in.
I'm not familiar with that publisher, Tom. I did see your email. Feel free, whatever they have, and if they want me to proliferate
Absolutely.
it, go for it. Basically because it's an Icelandic board game company. So it's like,
Yes, please.
yeah,
Yes, please.
bring me to Valhalla, sponsor me,
Go to
I'll come.
we really want him to get an invite to
I'll
the
be your
Iceland.
stooge American Viking because I'll enjoy every freaking minute of it.
We really want him to get an invite to the Iceland
That's
board
what
game
it's
convention.
that's
Yeah.
what it's called. It's like Valhalla Con or something
yes,
like that.
please.
It's in Reykjavik,
Somebody
I think,
cooking
is what it
something.
is.
Smells good. I didn't put anything in the crock pot. That must be the kids. Okay.
You said it's on them to make breakfast.
I did.
If they set the house on fire, it's their fault. It's your fault, not mine.
I bought and installed new smoke detectors.
Yeah, we all installed. Well, she did it while I was away, but we bought it before I left.
Yes.
New smoke detectors because
New smoke detectors.
all of ours were like giving up the ghost all at the same time.
And I'll be quite honest, they all all made me mad.
The impetus.
Oh,
The impetus that
I got
we had a right behind our house. What, 2 weeks ago?
a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. There was a fire, and it was
Directly
literally
behind our house.
directly behind our house on the other side of a road. So a road is all that really.
Yep.
And a large white plastic fence in the back of our yard
Yep,
is the
I
only
didn't
thing that kept our house from going up. Not, I say that jokingly.
I did go out and check the
firefighters-
fence if it was melted. Our firefighters are amazing.
She made me go do that. She did not do.
I walked up there with you.
You did, yes, but you made me go.
That
Don't.
fire was so hot.
Well, I don't know how hot it was. We weren't here. We actually, the only way we found out about it is because people in the
Neighborhood were calling
some friends
me.
of ours in
Yeah.
the neighborhood saw it, took pictures and sent it to us, and we were like, yeah. Well, first they just texted, oh, looks like your side of the neighborhood is pretty active over there.
Right.
And I was like, well, what's going on? Is this a smoke, fire?
Right.
And we're like, pictures, please.
Right.
So they send us a picture
They
of the
actually
house.
drove down the hill.
Yeah.
They live up on top of the hill. We live kind of in the middle. They drove down around all the fire trucks into our neighborhood, and like in our driveway, got a picture of our house and the house behind us.
Yeah. So our
Engulfed in flames.
house is like in a tenth of the picture, and most of the picture is
The house.
a
burning.
log
Yeah.
cabin that
Yeah.
was being built. It's actually a really sad story.
is
The
super
grandpa, retired,
Yeah.
was living with the family
Yeah.
in a trailer while he was building that house. He was the only one that was working on the house while
Right.
everybody else worked.
So he would
try to get it
literally
built.
do, 2 logs a day,
Yeah.
or do the kitchen
much as he
sink,
could.
Today or
and
something.
then something
I
caught
don't know
fire.
what happened.
They lost one of their dogs.
And a
No
bearded dragon.
human loss
No
of
human
life,
loss.
but a lot of property damage.
And a bearded dragon.
Oh yeah, there was a bearded
dragon and a dog didn't make it out. But the 10-year-old was at home with Grandpa.
Yeah.
And the 10-year-old was the one that noticed something was wrong and got Grandpa and the other animals out.
Yep.
So
Very much so.
I'm super pleased with that little kid.
Sounds like you need a personal assistant, Silent Dragon says.
I think that's what my title is.
Oh, a personal
Mom.
assistant?
Mom means personal assistant.
No, it doesn't. We're trying to get our kids
Literally
not to
does.
feel that way.
Mom.
We're trying to get them to take
Chauffeur?
on more responsibility as they get older. And
Yes.
part of that responsibility is like making sure that we get your schedule, make
Oh
sure
my
that
gosh,
it is
that is
posted.
the biggest battle sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
What day do you have practice this week?
I
What
don't
day?
know.
What day?
I don't know what the problem is with band directors
Or color guard.
and color guard
coaches.
directors.
Sorry if you guys are watching. I'm just saying.
Why can't you just make a schedule and hold on, wait a minute, stick to it? Her band tryouts, her color guard tryouts changed, twice?
At least.
And then she, as the captain of the squad this coming year, she's a senior, she had to miss band tryout camp.
Right, or something. She
Because
missed something because
She got off work
Yes.
the week that it was
Yes.
supposed to be.
she got the schedule at the beginning of summer, asked for that week off
Yep.
so that she could be part of color guard.
And then they changed
And then
it.
halfway through the summer, they changed it
And then they got mad at her for not being
able.
there.
And she was like, I asked for that week off. You guys changed it.
This is my not happy face.
Tell my dwarf joke then. I'll be not happy.
No, I'm not telling your dwarf joke.
I love you. No, not yours. That one was not okay.
What? Mine was good.
Yeah, but you can't say yours on the channel.
That's true. I can't. Mine
Nope.
was good.
Well, yours was funny.
Let's see here.
I can tell mine.
Make this a little bit larger. All right. Says the kettle. I do stick to my schedule.
He just is late for you.
I don't change my schedule. I don't. The 2 to 2:30 that happened this week, not my fault. My kid didn't have any shorts to wear for practice.
And it was 100 degrees.
And it was 100 degrees outside, and so I wasn't going to make him wear the jeans that he wore to school in football practice. So I had to push my thing back by 2:30. I'm fashionably late sometimes. I will say that. But I don't usually cancel and move entire weeks.
Well, that's our fall. We're busy. Fall is busy. Hockey, football, band. I mean, there's football that Aiden is in because he's playing football. And then there's football that Daphne and Dante are at because they're at the games doing color guard and band.
They started on time today. Small miracles. You be quiet, David.
I was naggy.
And there's Eric. Says the kettle. Really? Keep schedule? You're criticizing? Yes. Sorry, no live stream today. Yes, I let you know. Because I couldn't do it. I could just not do it and not say a word.
Don't be feisty. You're
I'm
fine. You're fine.
Likes to
Yeah.
make a dramatic entrance. Yes, yes,
Fall,
whatever.
fall is busy season.
We are very busy. Sounds like you need a personal assistant. I thought
you,
I
that's
was
me.
busy with my 6 kids. Yeah, we only have 3.
We only have 3, and it feels
Sometimes
like
it
I have
does feel like-
36.
Well, we have
sometimes.
3 in the house. We do have 4
We have
kids.
3 in the house
But-
and 3 out of the house.
Well, at least it's quiet during the weekdays. That's funny. I think I'm caught up on all of that. All right. So, what?
You're back from Dice Tower Retreat.
Yep, Dice Tower Retreat was really fun. Got a lot of games played. Most of, well, not most, but a lot of the time I did spend teaching people how to play Raw and Right and Rautsia. I did get to play, like
Can I show them what you got me? I'm so excited about it.
Sure, yeah, you can do that. After that, after Dice Tower Retreat, the Dice Tower people got together and we went over to
Just called you out,
Universal
Kathy, on the line.
for Halloween Horror Nights, and we went
called you
into
out.
all 10 of the haunted houses that were there. That was a pretty interesting thing. If you've never been to Halloween Horror Nights, and if you enjoy that kind of thing, like being scared and all that kind of stuff, some of the stuff is pretty gruesome. So I can't say that I will encourage everybody and anybody to go to it. It is definitely an acquired taste.
Would I be okay going to it?
Jessie would have had to make 13 million trips to the bathroom if she made it to the bathroom. She jumps if she sees something amiss, not even knowing what it is. Walking through these haunted houses would literally scare the urine out of her.
The zombies he showed me on the street, like just walking up to you, I would be out. I would be out right there. I can't handle zombies.
Not to mention the fact that as you're walking through, their one job is to get you to jump.
Yeah.
Is to provide a jump scare. So you're like walking through, like, I won't make eye contact. If I don't look at them, they won't do anything to me. No, that's not true. They'll come up and just, blah, like right in your face. The one clip that I sent her, I was like just videoing the guy. I was cool, whatever. I was videoing the guy, and he like ignores me until I'm out of cover, and then he comes back, wah, in the screen. And I'm like, well, that's going to make her jump. And it's just on a screen. We watch like stupid police shows and firefighter shows, and it's like I'm watching this, and I'm like, somebody's about to get shot. Somebody's about to get shot big time. It's coming. And pop, there it happens. She's now clung to the ceiling because she jumped so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's literally telegraphed. Somebody's about to get shot. Prepare yourself.
So I asked him, would he take me? And he said he'd probably take me just to enjoy me watching myself get so scared.
That's what I actually told her. Yeah. She asked me many times, are you actually getting scared? And I'm like, no, not really, because if you go in the middle of the group, you can see where things are going to happen. And that's what I always do. I always prepare I'm always looking, not right in front of me, I'm always looking 2 or 3 people ahead so I know what's coming. And there were a couple of times where, just the movement that you can see behind me makes you kind of flinch a little bit, but it's just an auto response that I can't control. So I always do that. My enjoyment from these things is not necessarily on seeing everything that's going around. Mm-hmm. It's
just seeing the reaction.
Seeing the reaction of the people that I'm with.
He would love to take me because he would be laughing so hard.
I would literally. Well, you can't record in the things. That's the only bad. I would love to record her reactions in one of these things. All 10. I would make little videos in every single one if I could, but they don't let you. You're not supposed to have. I don't know that there's a way for them to actually police it. They do have a lot of cameras in there, so if they see somebody going through it, they'll get you. But that's so that you don't spoil anything for anybody else.
That's so that everybody else has the same enjoyment. Yeah.
They're not just being dorks about it. But anyway.
But he would probably really enjoy taking me.
Oh my gosh, it would be so fun. To answer your question, who has the best? Of the Dice Tower, Tom asks, who has the best reaction to being scared? I will have to say the most overtly funny reaction is probably Brian Drake.
Oh, really?
Because he is like truly enjoying getting scared.
Yeah.
So he's scared, but he's enjoying every second of it. The second person... you lose a little bit of respect for him when you hear him, because if you ever hear Tom Vasel scream like a little baby girl, because he is truly scared and about to whiz himself, that is one of the most enjoyable experiences of all.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
So funny. It's also funny to walk behind Z, because he doesn't really like the haunted stuff. He goes, and he will enjoy himself being around, but watching Z kind of cling to Camilla's shoulders and like short step, he was exuding anxiety, I think, at that point.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
And then Jason's little waddle of like, oh, something's gonna, and he's like waddling through, he always takes short steps anyway, but he's like, and then Roy is just like straight up staring down everybody as he walks by. He like looks at him right in the face. He's like, what you gonna do, bro? That's his like, but he's like taking everything in. So they all have their own little reactions. But
my favorite things is
Tom definitely screamed more than his wife did.
Yeah, that's what made me laugh. You said his wife handled it like a champ.
Yep, but there was one point where he was like, why is everybody walking so slow? Walk faster! I'm like, dude, what in the world? But, Tom said Mary Beth would not like it either. Would Jessie have liked Halloween Horror Nights?
No.
I don't know that she would like it. She would probably like being there, but I don't think she would actually like the haunted houses. That's just not her bag. Last night we watched Book of Eli because she'd never seen it before.
No, I hadn't. It was good. I liked it.
And there were, the first few scenes in the movie, she like looks over at me. Really? We're going to watch this kind of movie? I wanted to watch Furiosa, the new Mad Max movie, really bad.
Oh.
And I watched it on the plane because I know she doesn't like those kinds of movies.
I don't like
Although I think you might like Furiosa.
I don't like any other Mad Max, but maybe.
Let's see. Sometimes he doesn't show up and doesn't say a word. Then he remembers to click the go live button. That is true. That is true. So I am very forgetful. I can be very forgetful.
So
but
can I. But we make a good team and we help each other.
I usually try not to change schedules. I try to be very...
the only time we both forgot is when we didn't click the go live.
Yeah, and we were just sitting there.
And we were sitting here talking to the chat, and they just couldn't hear us or see us. That was pretty stupid.
Eric, I don't need Hollywood Horror Nights. I watch you daily. Jump scare every stream start.
But Sam went to Dice Tower Retreat with the perfect size luggage and not really any overage because he wasn't planning on getting anything to bring home.
Yep.
And then he got some games to bring home.
They had a exchange table.
Right.
So basically what an exchange table is you as an attendee, you bring a game or bundle of games that you are going to put on the exchange table.
Nice.
And everybody does that. And the Dice Tower puts in a whole bunch of stuff as well, from things that they're calling from their review queue and all of that other kind of stuff. Or stuff that they've or stuff that they've already reviewed that they're not going to keep. And so they put all of that in there too. So there's a table that's like filled with new and used games.
That's awesome.
They kept used games on the left side and new games on the right side. And then on one night, Saturday night, the last full night of the game of the retreat, they collect everybody's badges and shuffle them into a huge pile. And they go one by one. And each person, as they come up, is able to take a game or a bundle of games that's there. And
that's awesome.
They go all the way through the stack. The last person that gets to go pick their game is given a free badge on the next.
Oh, that's super awesome.
On the next
super
one.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool. And then that's not it. they go back through the thing. So
If there's extra games, they'll go back.
There is. There's usually things left over after everybody's gone through twice.
That's crazy.
So that's what it is. Boo! Jump scare.
I almost jumped
Sneaked
with
up
Sam.
on you. Yeah, you did sneak up on me.
I almost jumped when Sam said boo. I was like,
Yep,
why did
you
he do that
did.
for? So he brought back 2 games. So Sam brought back 2 games.
Yep, I did.
What did you bring back?
I brought back one called Glorento from Grand Gamers Guild, one that I think you'll enjoy.
I love it.
And then I brought back Cities. It's actually from Devere, the new one that was like super popular at Gen
Was it
Con.
Hot Games at Dice Tower East?
It was. And they had 2 copies that were in shrink. And so I was keeping my eye on those because I know you wanted to play it. And they both went pretty quick. And so I was looking around afterwards and I found a 3rd used copy on the used style that was out of the Dice Tower library.
Love it.
So they had 2 copies in the Dice Tower library. They got rid of one of them.
I love it. So he brought back 2 games,
Yep.
which he had no room for. So I told him to buy like a gift bag at the gift shop at the hotel, like, you know, a little tote bag for your beach towel or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he calls me from Halloween Horror Nights and asks me what house I'm in for Harry Potter. And I tell him Hufflepuff, proudly. And he brings me back this super cool backpack, and I'm so excited about it. I love it so much. I love it literally so much. Has my Hufflepuff logo on it. It is bright yellow. All week, this week at school, I was walking around from classroom to classroom like this. And I was like, this is the coolest gift ever. He knows me so much. And I couldn't be happier. I love my bright yellow backpack. I know I have issues. I know.
It also has like a
Hufflepuff logo.
No,
And it has a journal.
Yeah, the journal. It also came with
It came with an owl plushie, but I didn't get that, Chrissy.
Well, it's because I was just trying to buy a bag.
I know.
But the most inexpensive bag that they had was a package deal.
Right. So I got
Where
a
you buy
journal.
that with the little Hufflepuff journal, and it comes with a little owl. And I'm like, I don't want all this stuff in the bag. I just want the bag. So I'm
He
like,
put his games in it.
I'm trying to give this away to somebody. So I'm like, hey, Wendy, take this to Chris. and I told her, I said, let's tell him I want to make sure it shows up in a video. And he's like, oh, you know that's gonna happen. So, and she was like, and I didn't know this about Chris. He's allergic to all animals.
He's allergic to everything.
And he's also allergic to all trees.
I thought you said plants, but I was like,
I don't know if plants is right because he wouldn't be able to walk on grass at that point. But anyway,
He's allergic
he
to
said hopefully he'll enjoy it because he's allergic to all animals. He usually can't snuggle with animals, but he'll be able to have this little thingy. So I'm like,
cute. I love it so much. And it was like the perfect size for his 2 games. I show up at the airport and he's wearing this, and I'm like, yellow backpack. And then he turned around and I was like, oh, Hufflepuff.
Tom says, next time talk to me, I would have loaned you one. It gave me a reason to buy something for her. I wasn't worried about it.
And I love my yellow backpack. I really, really love it.
Chris Mayfield asks, I know you're a painter. What, in your opinion, is the best way to start with paint brand, washes, contrast paints? I personally enjoy, now, Citadel is the bomb diggity. They, I think, have the best paints, but their method of transportation for their paints, their little pots, I've always struggled with to no end. So I've moved away from Citadels to Army Painter. I like their vials that they come with. Their paints come in vials that are like squeezy vials that makes getting the paint out super easy. A lot of people like to just prop those pots open from Citadel, and you can just dip your brush into the paints themselves or pull it out a little bit easier. That's problematic for me. It always has been. So Army Painter has the push vials that you can, or squeeze vials that make it a lot easier to transfer it into a palette or a wet palette, or if it's, you know, I have little plastic trays that you can buy like 20 of them for $1 at Hobby Lobby, and that's what I use. And they have like 9 wells in them.
Yeah.
And I usually just use one of those every time I sit down. But I know a lot of people use wet palettes, and the squeeze bottles are really easy for wet palettes as well. So I usually lean towards Army Painter. They have a lot of good stuff. They have their Army Painter speed paints to answer contrast paints of Citadel, and I think I've never used the contrast paints from Citadel, so I can't really compare the two, but the speed paints do what the contrast paints do. They just can't call them contrast paints because Citadel does. So hopefully that answers your question, Chris. Excuse me, sorry.
You okay?
Pardon me. But yeah, so that was cool. I think what we'll probably do today is I might teach you both Garinto and cities.
Ooh, I like it.
Because it's going to be hot today. I'd rather not go outside.
It is going to be hot today. So that means I guess I can't go to the fair.
Maybe.
No, I can't go
We
to
can
the
go
fair.
to the fair.
No.
I don't mind.
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be like near 100 degrees out there.
And 100 degrees when you're trying to go into the swine barn or the cow barn and it's 100. It's really hard.
Eric says, painter? My house needs a touch-up. See you next weekend. Nope, not that kind of painter. Although I did work for a residential painting contractor one time as a summer job. That was probably one of the funnest jobs I had in college and high school. Yeah. Because I was outside.
Yeah.
I was outside, and the guys I worked with were great guys, and it was satisfying, and I learned a lot, how to paint it, how to paint houses, interior and exterior, and I don't think I was really ever good at it per se. I mean, I did the best I could, and I didn't make any messes.
Right.
But
I don't have a lot of experience with painters, but I did have my house before I sold it on the west side painted by a professional painter. Interior, every bit of the interior.
Yeah.
And baseboards and everything. And I was shocked at how different it looked. Mm-hmm. I was absolutely shocked. I was like, why should I pay to paint the whole inside? Like, somebody's going to put up their own picture here anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, oh my gosh, I was shocked. Absolutely floored at how much of a difference that made.
Derek says, came across an old Quackalope video where they came to your house and set up your video. Actually, not just camera. He helped me set up my entire studio.
Yeah.
And
not the wall of games. That
are
we
they?
had.
Yeah. Are they good friends? Yeah. I would consider myself good friends with Jesse. Yeah. He's a good guy. Him and I can't remember his wife's name. Shira. Yeah, that's right.
I can tell how you spell it,
but they're both great people. They came up, and Jess spent a lot of time with Shira, and I spent a lot of time with Jesse.
It was really nice to have help with the studio and the lights and the cameras. It was really nice.
Yeah, light placement, some of the equipment that he recommended that we purchase, and
it was great.
He was a lot of help. Basically, he came over. Mythic Games sponsored that trip. I think at least in part. I don't think it was completely them, but I think they gave him a little bit of a payment for
something
helping me get set up. I think I'm not absolutely sure.
No, I agree.
It was on their end.
It was on their end, and it was driven by them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming something happened like that. But he came and helped us set up the lights and stuff.
He's a photographer by trade.
Yeah.
He's a professional photographer, and so he
knew lighting.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
he taught me how to work my camera a little bit better than what I did. And, And so yes,
super helpful.
To be honest, he was very helpful, and
that's why you can see us now.
Yeah. Right.
Otherwise, we'd be under just this one canned light up here.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. Did you ever get your wash figured out? Nope, I didn't. That's for Foundations of Rome. Actually,
your wash.
Foundations of Rome, I'm going to have to figure out something else, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I just have to do it. but we've been playing with it now, so now I have to go back and pop out some of those little chits that get snapped into the top of the buildings so that I can paint it again, because we've been playing it with people at game night and teaching people how to play it. But I have to put a base coat on all of those miniatures before I actually put a wash on them.
Right.
There has to be something for that wash to adhere to.
And you were asked to do that, so you have to do it.
Well, I wasn't asked to do it. I said that I probably could do it, and they were like, cool, we'll send you a copy.
So you got to do it.
So I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it.
Today.
Nah, I don't have the resources. Oh. Not right now. That takes more planning. I don't want to screw up that copy of the game.
Right, no.
So I've got to do, but I do need to get on that. So Tom, thank you for reminding me, because it does, I have a lot of stuff right here that I need to get done, and it's hard for me sometimes. I wonder if I have ADHD sometimes, because it's hard for me to break away with this from the stuff that's right here in my face and remember that there are other things that are behind that initial onslaught that I still need to get taken care of. I think painting is relaxing in general. It is very relaxing in general. My problem is that I don't have time to do it. It does take a bit of setup time.
Yep.
Especially if I'm going to be doing a video of it.
Right.
But if I'm not doing a video of it, it still takes time. Like setup, tear down. But yes, I agree with that. It is very relaxing.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Well.
But I'm not a painter.
Yeah. Let's see here. Happy Saturday, Not My Eyeball Games.
So
Good to see you,
happy.
Anthony.
So happy.
Good to see you, Hadessa. Did I ever, I already said that. I think painting is relaxing in general. Eric says, I painted for an apartment complex in Florida for a year. Apparently by law, all apartments need repainting before leasing, or that's how it used to be.
Oh, I can see that.
Huh.
I mean, yeah. It's either that or you'd have to come in with a power washer and but then everything would get soaked, so you couldn't do that.
Think about how many coats of paint some of those apartment complexes must have then. I mean...
Inches.
At some point, you're going to be able to tell how many coats... you're literally going to be able to peel it off. I would hope that they sand it down a little bit.
I wouldn't think they do. I bet they just paint it.
I started painting with all the zombies in Run, Fight, or Die. Now the stress of learning has gone down some after that, and now it's getting more relaxing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, gosh. Let me just try the puppers. He's like, guys, you've been doing this for an hour now already. So... gotta get those boogers out of those eyeballs. Yeah.
Sam, we're still live.
I know. I am. I'm waiting. Tom says he wants to do mine also. I have an idea I want to try. I also want to do model railroading. A weathering technique used there is India ink with alcohol. When I get it done, I'll let you know.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know. That's interesting. But we'll get it done. I just don't want to mess up the copy. I want to make sure that what I do is going to look good, because if I'm going to show other people how to do it, I want it, if they reproduce my method, they should be able to reproduce something that looks good. And that's my main thing. I don't want to just slap chop it.
Right, no, I get it.
It looks
But you
horrible.
gotta prioritize that.
Yeah, I do. Keep him on track, Jessie.
That's why I'm here. No, he keeps me on track 1,000% more than I ever keep him on track. 1,000% more. He keeps me completely.
Well, I do. It's just a weird thing for me. I do watch and again, it's nothing clinical, nothing like that. But I watch a lot of videos of people that talk about the different, like, red flags for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's what ADHD means.
I know.
And well, they may not, because everybody throws that around. Everybody throws ADHD around. Everybody throws, no, this is another thing. Everybody throws
Depression.
no, not depression.
Anxiety. They
OCD.
use OCD.
Everybody throws OCD around.
No,
Everybody
OCD.
throws ADHD around. Everybody throws all that stuff around, and it's like, not really. Because you got to understand, like, don't get me
Is
wrong.
it clinical?
I like to have things straight and in order, and yeah, it does kind of low level bother me if it's not.
That's not.
But it's not debilitating, and I know that there's kind of a spectrum for OCD. Some, how strongly it messes with you, but there are people out there that it's debilitating. They cannot do anything else until they fix that thing that's bothering them. And that's not me. And I would wager that's not most people that say, yeah, I'm a little OCD.
Sure, not me. I don't have any part of O or C. None.
But
None.
that's
Is there
it.
an opposite? Like, is there an actual?
Derek says, Sam, you briefly mentioned in a past video that you were talking with ComicsCon about doing a Sam convention. Is that true? I would be keen to go. Interestingly enough, we were just at Steamers West yesterday morning,
Yes.
and lo and behold, Daryl was getting up with a friend of his, Brian, and they were there planning their Comus the Gathering, which is a little weekend where you can go and play Magic the Gathering over the weekend. It's the main game. That's why they call it Comus the Gathering, is because that's what the whole thing is about. Brian is a teacher at a high school, West Side, and he has a group that meets on, I think, Tuesday nights. Is that what he said?
Yes.
I can't remember. Tuesday nights, where it's just a bunch of his students that come and play Magic the Gathering. But he wants to do a weekend of it so that he can invite those kids and whomever else would like to come, because it's not just for high schoolers; it's for anybody. And it is we're going to have a time to where we talk about that, and it's going to be soon. I have to call him and get him to go, but the dates are October 11th through the 13th. It's called Comus the Gathering. What? You were about to say something. What?
That's not what they asked. But yes.
I know that's not what they asked.
Okay.
But I told Brian I would talk about
Oh
this.
yes, you did.
And so I'm doing it now
Yes.
because I want to get it out there. October 11th through 13th, Comus the Gathering. This is not what you called SamCon, which I'm not going to call it that because that's a little weird. But Comus the Gathering is something that, so if you like Magic the Gathering and you'd like to just geek out and play that for a weekend, that is happening October 11th through 13th this year. That's that. But we were there talking, they were there planning that, talking about that. How can they get the word out? Jess and I walk in because we just dropped the kids off at school.
Because coffee.
No, because coffee, because chai,
Yeah.
and banana bread. Their banana bread is something else.
And it's gluten-free, and it doesn't taste gluten-free.
Oh, I don't care about the gluten-free part.
Usually gluten-free things taste
Most
gluten-free.
things that
this is
are
so
gluten-free
good.
need the gluten in them.
Yeah, this is
That's
so
just
good.
the way it is. But we were there we had already eaten breakfast, but we were there to get, coffee treats, and then we said, hey, let's get some banana bread as
Yeah.
well. And so we talked to Daryl and Brian for a little bit, and Daryl mentioned bringing me back in for their spring ComicsCon, so that's going to happen. I already told him yes, we're going to do that. So we still have to go through all of the details, but that's what we're going to do there. But the reason I'm saying all of that is that I am going to. This is one of those things that's not on the forefront of the onslaught that I lose track of. I lose track of it. But yes, that is still a thing. Whether it happens next year, I don't know. Because frankly, he has the fall and he has the spring, where he has the most open available times. In the winter, he has a lot of youth retreats, and in the summer, he has a lot of youth camps.
all the time.
That's their business, basically.
Yep.
So, but yes, that is something that I want to make happen. I think that we would be able to pull in a good number of people from at least the state of Washington. I don't expect anybody to fly in for something like this, but it would be cool if they did. But I'm not going to expect that. But I think there's a lot of people that we could draw from, like the other side and from Spokane and from, all that kind of stuff. So that's a possibility that yes, we are going to keep pursuing at some point in the future. Bye. Bushman says, I don't know. Bye. I have no idea why he said that. Get any new games in this week. I got 4 Kickstarter games arriving.
Oh, so does JT.
JT does as well. Wondrous Creatures, Ovation, Creature Caravan, and Islebound.
I don't think any of those are the ones he has coming in.
Yeah.
He told me what they were.
Yeah, I don't remember either. He has a lot that's coming in as well. We don't do a lot of Kickstarters. Where I splurge is at conventions, and even then, it's still I go in with 5 to 10, and even then, even with Gen Con, I was like, I need to keep it to like $35 to $50 per game, and there were a couple that were over that, but the other ones were all that or under. So, but anyway, SamCon, just how you put it in your last video. Did I say that? I don't think I said that. That doesn't sound like something I would say, but maybe I did. Google Camas the Gathering, and it says April 26 to 28. That's probably the old one.
That's the old one. We're having one in fall.
Yeah, this one is, we just talked to him yesterday. He just sent me a text this morning that said the dates are October 11th through 13th. I'm actually looking at the text. So, yeah, 10th, 13 is that is the correct dates. Yep, you said that. LOL. I'm an idiot. I'm not calling it SamCon. That's just dumb.
I'm up for having a SamCon. Let's invite people up to Wenatchee. They can stay in a hotel. We all just meet them in the lobbies and we play games. It's like friends gathering of friends in Canada, except it's Wenatchee, the apple capital of the world, the family capital of the world, and come hang out with Sam. Con.
I do not believe, con, just put the word con on the end of it. Yeah, right. But yeah, no, that's something that we will plan on doing but see, that's the thing. I don't feel like, I don't know. It feels weird even to say, have to provide that caveat. But I don't feel like that would be a big enough thing to warrant. Like, why would a hotel work with me on something like that? Daryl, I know Daryl.
Yes. And
all that kind of stuff. So there's an inroad there. But a hotel just out of the blue, little, 7,000 subscriber channel wants to run a convention. Yeah, no, they're not going to listen.
Just give us a little bit of time.
I would drive 4 hours to hang out with you guys at a convention. Admission would be cheap, right?
If it was here in Wenatchee, it
sure would. And even
admission would be you come out to Wenatchee and
even up at Comic-Con, I think it would probably be.
Comic-Cons, yeah.
I mean, I'm not savvy exactly on how much he charges. That's one of the things I would have to talk to him about.
It wasn't, yeah.
But like, for example, the last time we went up there, he brought us in. I was the speaker at a I did 3 devotionals over the night. So
yeah.
So $20 is usually my guideline for buying games.
Yeah, I can't get anything under $20. in the
Comics
valley.
Con didn't seem very expensive. I don't think it was. And they provide food, which might be one of the reasons why it might be more expensive than you would think it's going to be for a
Right.
smaller retreat-style convention.
Right.
But
They
even
provided breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
yeah.
And
But I mean, even like Dice Tower
was nice,
Retreat
yeah.
was, I think, 125 bucks.
right.
I want to say.
Sure.
But and you don't.
You don't get any food or anything.
They
with
don't
it.
provide your
No.
room. They don't provide food. You have to pay extra for all of that other stuff. So
Yeah, it's super fun.
it's definitely going to be on the cheap side comparatively. Whatever it is, probably. But again, I don't know. That's something I have to talk to Daryl about. And I'm sure he would be very good. Sorry, my app screwed up. Has to restart. No worries.
Oh, hate that.
No worries. Understood. Yeah, I would drive. I would drive 4 hours to hang out with people and play games with them.
Yeah,
I mean, I would do that too. We were when I was going to the hotel to stay to get my flight in the morning. She came with, and we stopped at a game store. We drove 3 hours and stopped at a game store over there. I don't remember the name of the game store.
Missing piece.
Where are the games that we bought there?
Probably still in the back of my car.
Really?
No, I specifically told Dante to take them out at some point. But they might still be in the back of the car.
So
I might have, I mean, it's on me.
So that
It's
she
on
wouldn't
me.
forget.
It's on me.
She asked the
I
second
dropped him
most
off on
forgetful
Monday,
person.
and we went to the game store on Monday when we went to, like, before we went to the airport kind of thing. Well, Tuesday we went to the airport, but before we got there. And we bought the games, and I put them in the back of the car.
Monday night.
And Sam told me, he says, these can't be in the car when you pick me up next Monday. And I was like, yeah, no problem. They'll be moved. I don't know where I moved them. And I don't know if I did or if Dante did or if they're still in the back of the car. But I'm not going to play them without you, so there's no point. They might still be in the back of the car. By the way, I'm out of gas before we go tonight. I was at Fred Meyer this morning buying you creamer.
Yes.
And then I rushed back, and then on the way back, the light came on. So I was like, oh, we have to go get gas.
Eric will jump scare Sam at SamCon. That's probably true. Tom, do you recall how many were at the first Dice Tower retreat? No, I do not, because I'm not a numbers guy, and I really never have been. And I know you're not necessarily. You're just asking a question. I get it. That's not what I'm talking about. But I don't. I never was when I was with the Dice Tower. I wasn't the guy that was savvy with all the numbers that are going on. Like Tom would say, "Hey, we have this many people showing up," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And 5 minutes later, how many did he say? I don't know, because that's not what I pay attention to so much. Now, if it's like I read that Gen Con reported having
11,000.
71,000
Oh, jeez.
people. And that was like a record breaker and stuff like that. But like, I'm a fan of history, but I can't reproduce dates and names and all of this other kind of stuff ever, because I've never been able to really do that.
I can't do dates.
So I don't remember how many there were. I do know that it was very small compared to just the one that we had. Very small. Like, we were in a room that was probably a tenth of the size in a little hotel in Homestead. And then when we grew, we had a room that was maybe half the size that we didn't fill. That we didn't fill at Mikasuki. I know the first year we did 2 retreats, 2 weekends in a row. So we had a group of people come the first weekend and a different group of people come the second weekend. I remember doing that. And then the next year we went to the Mikasuki casino and hotel and casino. That was down there near Homestead. And then after that, That was the last year I was there. There you go. I gotta go to the restroom. So
Okay.
you gotta hold the line.
I'll hold the line. I'll be like, and we're done.
No, don't do that. I'll be right back. I will turn off my microphone
Well,
as well.
thank you. That's good. Okay. I have to switch over here then. Oh my gosh, his chair is so big. It's like the power chair.
Turning
it's
off my
super
microphone
big.
now.
Yes, David, think of it as the cost of experiencing a vacation. I totally do. Okay, I gotta read up. I don't know where Sam was. Total cost for cons, including meals and rooms, is like a total cost for game, including shipping. It all adds up. Eric says, again, me being Frugal Freddy, I got a problem with paying admission to shop. That's valid. Derek said, would some game stores and your sponsor help create a convention? Obviously, doing one is a ton of work. You already have some good connections. I used to plan events and conventions and stuff, so I would love to do this. But I don't think it will happen this year. But let's keep talking about it and let's keep it in the forefront. And I think we can probably make something happen. Just don't tell Sam, because then I'm adding more stuff for him to do. Are there any gaming conventions that you know of in the Northwest? There are a few small gaming conventions that I have heard of. Like there was one in Portland or one in, but they're not a big thing. Eric says, I'm not giving you my money, so I can give you my money. It's super valid. Derek says, shut up and sit down, had conventions in Vancouver, BC. I love Vancouver. I bet we could kind of combine a couple of people. I love Vancouver. I want to go back up to Canada sometime. Yeah, well, I mean, it would look more throne-like, David, if it wasn't all black on black here. Like, I need my yellow backpack. Eric, finally, eye relief. That made me laugh. Derek says it doesn't seem like Shut Up and Sit Down is doing a con in 2024. I mean, I'm up for a surprise convention at Steamers any day. I'm up for any time I get to go to Steamers West in Wenatchee and go get myself a chai. I don't drink coffee, but I do love my chai. And Derek says, see you there. Yeah, I like my chai. Oh my gosh. So when Sam got off the plane with that yellow backpack, I was so excited. I was like, yellow backpack? He's like, oh yeah, I bought it for you. He flips it around. Yellow backpack? Yellow backpack? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It was super exciting. So, that's what's going on. Hit me with some questions so I know what to talk about. I'm really good at talking to myself all the time. But not so much when Sam's not here. Vancouver has some great sushi spots. Vancouver, BC has phenomenal food. It is a foodie capital. They have fantastic food. It is an international city and highly influenced by different cultures, and they have great food. I also like Victoria, but Victoria is a little British feeling versus Vancouver. Vancouver is a beautiful city. I love Vancouver. Let's go to Vancouver. We got a weekend free next weekend. Let's go.
I don't think we do.
I don't think we do
I don't
either.
think we have a free weekend for the next 3 or 4 months.
Probably.
Are there any gaming conventions
I answered that. You just keep going. You're down at the bottom.
Did you answer it correctly, though?
Uh-huh.
Which ones were they?
I don't know.
She does. I'm not giving you my money, so I can give you my money.
He doesn't want to pay to go shop. So you have to pay a ticket fee to go shop at a convention.
Oh.
See, catch up. I'm all on that. I got all this. I'm stuck.
Tom, Shut Up and Sit Down has had conventions in Vancouver, BC, Canada. That's true, but I heard that Shucks isn't happening anymore.
That's what they just said. Keep reading.
Yeah. Finally, eye relief. Wow. See, this is why I got to go back and check chat. I got to get all the vitriol.
Don't you guys tell him at all. Don't say anything.
She assumes the throne.
Yeah, but I was black on black, so I looked like I was like power built.
I'm always black on black.
Yeah, you do wear black on black.
It doesn't seem like Shucks is doing a con in 2024. Surprise convention at Steamers on Friday.
I'm up for
It's not a surprise convention. It's something that's been planned.
Anytime.
Second Friday of every month, y'all. See you there, David. Derek is coming. All right. Nathaniel McInnes, Vancouver has some great sushi spots.
So I said Vancouver is a foodie city.
Yep,
they are known for their food. Oh, I've had some good food in Vancouver.
David Brown asks,
I love Stanley
has
Park.
the yellow backpack made it to the screen? Yep, there it is.
Yellow backpack. I love it so much. You guys have no idea. Look, I already put my little safety whistle on it.
Oh my gosh.
And I wear my yellow backpack. I'm a little special. You guys, look.
Does Sam enjoy meeting new people? I feel like you probably do. What did you
I love
say?
meeting new people.
Oh,
That
what
one
did
was
you-
not there when I was answering. I love meeting new people.
I enjoy meeting new people. My problem with meeting new people is that there is a time, and again, it's a me problem. It's not anybody else. There is a time where I cannot remember your name because I haven't used it enough. And there are even people that are in our church. Like I just met a guy that works over at Sterling, and his name is Todd. I've met him in passing 3 or 4 different times at church, but it's never been enough for me to grasp his name. But now I have.
I can't remember the people that at St. Paul's.
I
I've been struggling
have.
with that all day.
I have a grounded time where it was just me and him, face to face, and now his face is Todd. But it took me 3 or 4 times. So there were, and even. I met Danny and Maggie. I can't remember what I was calling her at one point. There was a game where I was teaching them how to play Raw and Right, and I kept calling her. I can't. Tom, can you remember what I was calling Maggie? And they were just letting me do it, and I was like, and then I remembered, oh, that's not her name. And so I said, I've been calling you this, and your name is this. I knew that. It just, I don't know. I said, next time, don't be nice to me. Just tell me that that's not my name. I can't remember what it was, but
I have a little girl, a new student in my class.
yeah.
And she has
Gabby. Yeah.
You called her Gabby.
I knew it was something with E, and there was a G in there. And so I was like, it's Gabby. But no, it was Maggie.
That's funny.
Go ahead.
I have a new student in my class, and her name is very similar to a different student's name. Can I say her name? Because nobody would know. Like, you can't, it's not like first and last name. Anyway, she has a name very similar to somebody else's name. Like if there was a Caitlin and this is a
Caitlin with a C.
Caitlin and Caitlin or something like that. And I told her the first time, she said very specifically, my name is X, and you got to call me this. I don't go by nicknames. I don't have anything else. This is my name. I don't, and it's Lynn, not Line. It ends in Lynn, not Line. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I told her, kind of jokingly, but being serious, I said, look, honey, I'm going to mess up. I'm going to call you the wrong name. Mm-hmm. But if I call you the wrong name, you get to call me Peanut.
Yep.
And she thought this was amazing because frequently people call her the wrong name and she just gets frustrated.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave her an outlet for her. And sure enough, last week I called her the wrong name. And she looks right up at me and goes, Peanut, that's not my name. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. That is not your name. But she did it straight face, looked right at me, pointed and goes, Peanut. That's not my name. And she knows that if I call her the wrong name, she can call me the wrong name.
That's a cool idea.
And that gave her that
Yeah.
sense of power, sense of I can, she was really excited about that. So
Hotel, flights, admission, heck of a rental rate for games. That is true. But it's more than just the games. I can't
connections.
I can't tell you how many times people have said at the retreat, the reason they keep coming back to the retreat is that first of all, they're afraid that if they don't come, they're going to lose their
They're
spot.
going to lose their spot.
Period.
Yeah,
They'll go
totally.
on that waiting list, and it's a long waiting list, and there's no guarantee after that. That's one of the main
Yeah,
reasons.
right.
But really, that's kind of an underlying reason. The reason people keep coming back to the convention is because of the people that they've met at the convention, and they take those friendships home with them. They keep in contact with these people all year long, and this is a time for them to come and play games with their friends. That's the reason why they keep coming back to the retreat. So, and I talk to a lot of different people that are in the industry, and even people that aren't in the industry that I see at conventions. The reason they go to these conventions is low key games, high key. It's the connections, the friendships that they have. So, and when...
I mean, look what's going to happen at the cruise this year. Oh, we got so many people that I love going. I'm so excited.
We're going to have a huge group of people. Doug and Emily, Tom and Maribeth. I think
David and Mia.
David and Mia are going to go, and then I think
they're talking about it.
I
I'm
think
hoping they're
Danny and Maggie are also going to go.
Danny and Maggie are going to go.
So, and then
we
JT
have
and Mel.
JT and Mel and Jim and Trent. Or, you know.
So I mean,
I'm so excited.
It's a big group of people. Yeah.
And this year on the cruise, Daphne's 18th birthday.
Oh, during the cruise.
During the cruise.
Oh dear. She still can't drink.
International waters, she can.
She can't.
But.
Let's see. Granville Island.
I love Granville Island.
It's a great spot for
There is a
food,
real...
too.
Okay, last time I was in Granville Island, my kids were littler. So I was into preschooler toys. Like it was a littler, different world. There's a great toy shop in the center of Granville Island. A really good toy shop. They have lots of good HABA games and really good toys made by sustainable companies. I love Granville Island. I love Vancouver. I'm gonna take you. Let's go to Vancouver.
Sam, you did a lot of game feedbacks on your retreat videos. Do you feel more comfortable with that now? We actually talked about this before I went. The retreat is a different situation for that.
Right.
Because the people who are, it's a much more closer knit group of people than if it was just even one of the Dice Tower East or West or any of the other conventions that are out there. If you sit down with a group of people at a convention, they may or may not want to have their face recorded.
They also may or may not know who you are.
They may or may not know who you are either. So if you are sitting there asking them to record a video with you, that's going to put an automatic wall of defense up for them. Maybe not for you. And it's nothing personal against me or anybody else up at the table. It's just that if you're not planning on...
Right. It's a lot.
Even, okay, and as I say that, even with that closer knit group of people that come to Dice Tower Retreat, there were still people that got a little bit anxious when they were on camera. And I edited that stuff out because I didn't want them to look bad in any way, shape, or form, because that's not why I was doing that. And so I tried to make everything look as kind of natural, I guess. And I don't like capturing people being anxious.
Oh, right. No, that's
don't like doing that. And
I make people anxious all the time, though.
And so if it's not just you. It's the fact of being on camera.
Yeah, no.
Has nothing to do with
even
any...
some of our nearest and dearest friends here, we've said, do you want to come for a live? And they all go, whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah, whoa, no,
hey.
no. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
so
now.
It's just that thing. So there was a different group of people, and if you'll notice, many of the people that I captured were people that I really knew well, or they were people that do it just for a living, just like I do, and so
they had no problem with it,
or maybe not for a living, maybe it's just a hobby, and they had no problem doing it. So, not all of them, of course. but the ones that weren't in that group were very gracious and allowed me to do a lot more. And I felt more comfortable doing it there. That's not to say that I'm going to feel more comfortable doing it other places as well. I'll give it a whirl. I'll try, but I'm very purposefully sensitive to that type of thing, because I know that flashing a camera makes people anxious.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Dom says, yeah, we made friends with Danny and Maggie on the Dice Tower cruise. We're not going to make the fruit cruise, unfortunately.
Oh, David's not. Okay, I know they were talking about it.
Yeah. Derek said, Tom, David, Bushman, do you guys go to many conventions? Bushman says, now the cruise, I do. Never been on a cruise.
Book it.
I don't know yet. Well, here's the thing. There are only...
a few spots left.
There's only like 30 rooms left.
Yeah.
Or 35 rooms or something like that, I think is what Jason said at the retreat. So it could even be less than that now. But here's my thing about cruises. Everybody says that cruises are wicked expensive. They really aren't. And I'm not saying that they're cheap. I'm not saying that there is a considerable amount of money that you spend. What I'm saying is that compared to a hotel room and food and all of this other stuff that you're going to incur on a 7-day vacation anyway, compared to a cruise where you get your room and your board all in one, it is not that expensive comparatively. I'm not saying that it's cheap. I'm just saying that compared to what you would normally spend on a 7-day vacation with hotels, fuel, food, and incidentals, you're going to be spending about the same amount of money as you would on a cruise. There is the added thing that there's airfare to it as well. So I get that. But again, I don't think the difference is as great as some people think it is. You're not going to save a whole lot of money just going on a road trip compared to going on a cruise.
True.
So
the cruise is amazing. It's filled with people on this boat who want to game and want to play with you and want to meet you and want to make new friends on a game table. Like, we want to meet a new friend and play this.
Yep.
I played this on the cruise.
Yep.
We want to... It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just kind of sad that we're not going to Jamaica, because I would do that waterfall climb every year that we go on the
David
cruise.
says, no, we used to travel a lot, but not since we got a cat.
Valid.
But if you can travel, I highly recommend it. Well, here's the thing. We ask a friend of ours
The cat sit. Or hire a cat sitter.
to stop by the house every couple of days and check in on the cat, make sure it's still alive and fed and watered and all that kind of stuff. The cat, generally speaking, takes care of itself. It
My
sleeps
cat
90% of the
does.
day. The cat sleeps 90% of the day and acts like a jerk the other 10% of the day. Truth.
True.
Truth.
I'm not disagreeing.
The dog, because they did ask, what...
we put our dog in a kennel.
Yeah, what do you... Pets and travel don't mix well.
It's
What
hard.
do you guys do? We have a kennel that we trust called Twin Ben's Kennel up in Waterville, Washington, and that's where we board Strider, and he loves it. He goes there
He comes
and he
back
has a blast.
wiped out.
Yeah, it's like
He comes back and he's like, for 4 days.
yeah, he's just chilling.
I can't even.
The only times he's running around, he's playing with other dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have their own areas, so they don't actually mix with other dogs. But
Yeah, I do
it's-
like this kennel because they're not actually mixing. It's like a doggy daycare where they're all mixed. They actually have their own space, but they're all right next to each other. He loves it.
Yep.
But we do put him in a kennel.
Yeah, we do put him in a kennel when we go on long trips. And if we don't go on a long trip, we'll have somebody come by the house and check on him.
Yeah.
A couple of times a day.
Yeah.
But I think recently we've like the camping trip we took him with us that we took, and then
If we had been on the live, you would have heard all about it.
truth. But so I've been to all that. Tom says he's been to all the Dice Tower convention events. I went to a small gaming retreat in Pennsylvania last year. It doesn't happen anymore. No.
I think we need to.
My dog gets super anxious when we go to work. He has chewed up our baseboards at the door.
Yeah, we kennel our dog when we leave just because I know how anxious dogs can
Well,
get.
more often than not, I'm here at home. So
Right, but
he
when we
doesn't-
leave.
He doesn't get kennel, but when we're all out of the house, we do put him in the kennel. He is kennel trained. His kennel is his
Den.
like little
He's
den,
happy.
and that's his happy zone. We give him a treat every time he goes in there. He loves that, and he knows that we'll be back. So, yeah, he's a
good.
good dog that way. We don't have that trouble at all. Derek, we had a lab once that dug a hole in our drywall due to separation anxiety.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
We got her a friend, another dog, and
Yeah.
she never did it again.
See,
We're in the process of doing that as
maybe.
well.
We'll see what happens in the future.
No, we're in the process of doing it. We're
Yes,
going
but
to do it.
it may or may not.
We're going to do it. I will
honey.
go and steal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to steal anything. But we were just looking at a dog for that express purpose. Now, Strider doesn't really suffer
And
from
Strider also is very good at his kennel. When we leave, he goes in his kennel.
his level of separation anxiety is pulling the blankets through his kennel and playing with them. That's his level of. He
I have
doesn't
to move the
he
blankets. They
doesn't
can't be next to
even
him.
he doesn't even really chew them up. He just pulls them through the hole, and that's
We
it.
just can't put blankets next to his kennel.
Right. Eric says no close cons in Chattanooga. Even the local gaming meetups are unwelcoming.
Oh, that's
That
disappointing.
sucks. Well, it's not unheard of because these little gaming meetups,
This is a group of people.
Right.
Yep, you can't just drop in. Yeah, I get it.
we have 2 dogs, Yorkies. This little guy isn't soothing himself with his older sister, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Okay, Sam, sponsor me on next cruise and I'll butler for you. I don't know that I would trust that, Eric. I feel like I'd have to hire you to be my butler and then I'd have to hire a taster. I'll test all of my stuff before I eat it. Make sure it's not poisoned. I imagine cliques are a problem at gaming clubs, kind of a natural part of people that meet every week, I imagine.
I think cliques are a problem in our society. Just culturally. This is my group of people.
Sure.
Don't come in. This is my church group. Don't come in. These are
it's-
my
and
friends.
it's
Don't come
been-
in.
It's probably been exacerbated by COVID as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. The Northwest actually is one of the most cliquey areas. There were studies done on it.
What?
It's like, you're not part of my group.
I
Closed
think
doors.
the separation anxiety is a bigger issue for the wife than the cat.
I mean, that's valid too.
Do you kennel the kids too? We would if we could.
Gosh.
That's against the
great.
law up here. Eric reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Gang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. What is kenneling the kids? Kenneling the kids is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Or is it the sponsor me on the next cruise? I don't know. Best kennel in Germany wins the Kennel Spiel des Jahres award. It's the Kenner Spiel. It's kids games.
I know. That was good though.
That was good though. That was good. Well done, David. Well done.
We gotta.
yeah,
wrap up, my love.
we gotta wrap up. We gotta get
Okay,
done
so
at 10.
2 big things coming up. Steamers West this Friday,
Yep.
5 to 9 p.m. in Wenatchee, Washington,
Yep.
for some gaming and some really good flatbread pizza. Also, really good coffees.
Do we have anything going on next Saturday?
The 14th? We have something going on the 14th.
Is that the 14th?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
We
I
have
knew
something
that
going
came
on
up.
the
I just
14th.
didn't know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was next
That's
week.
next week.
So it's next Saturday. Normally what we would like to...
We could still do it live.
No. I know that. But what I was saying is that, like whenever Doug and Emily come
Yeah, if
down,
they could hang out. I
we
wish.
hang out. We try to hang out on Saturday if you're staying in town and that
We
kind of
don't have
thing,
to be
but-
anywhere till 2 or 3, so
Yeah, but we
you
can...
don't know what you're wearing. We have to do that.
I'm wearing clothes.
Anyway, Coming up next week, we have Steamers West on Friday from 5 to 9.
Truth.
And we will be announcing our huge September giveaway.
Yep.
We will probably record that today and post it soon.
Well,
Maybe. Or tomorrow. It will be
We'll
posted
record
soon.
it.
Look for it. And Tyler DeHate, please message us
Yep.
so we can get you this
I'll be reaching out
Awesome.
through email.
giveaway package.
Yep. We're giving that away. Let's see. That city where they had the kid catcher, not a dog catcher.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. I only watch good movies.
I'm not even going to comment. I mean, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is not super amazing.
Yes, it is.
But it is pretty cool.
That's pretty
Our
cool.
kids have never seen that. None of our kids have seen that.
Gene Wilder was great in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
It wasn't Gene Wilder.
It's so easy.
Like it wasn't.
I know. It's why. I wanted to see the look on your face.
Or make them watch Escape from Witch Mountain. That'd be terrifying. Oh my gosh. Let's do an old Disney night. We do like a marathon and we do Herbie the Love Bug and we do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We do Escape from Witch Mountain. I think this would be super fun. Oh, my kids would just die. I think we should do this just because he makes that face. We should do this.
No.
Yes, that should happen. Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Let's see. How many people show up at Steamers?
Depends
Usually,
on the week, but we really need to get better about advertising.
Usually about 20 to 30.
Yeah.
That's normal. Lower end is definitely 20-ish. But high end, I think we had 33.
We had 33.
We had 33 one week. So it's right. If we get any more than that, it'll be a little too cramped. in
Well,
there.
it's still nice outside, so we do have tables outside.
Yeah, we
but-
do have tables outside as long as it's not windy. So
Flight
we do
of the
have
Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator. Yeah. Sam is more of an island at the top of the world guy. It has Vikings.
Oh, he would love to go to the island at the top of the world.
I would. How many people? Okay, we already answered that one. So, okay, we're doing lightning round for the last few minutes. Lightning round is where you ask us a question that is based in duality. So you give us two options and we have to choose one of them, or we have the option of providing a third caveat. That is what we would provide as a better answer to the two that you have proliferated. Do the Steamers people also go to your church game nights? Some of them do, not all of them.
But not many.
Usually there is a difference in that group size. Our groups at church run about 20 to 25, and they are a different group of people. Some of them frequent both, but generally speaking, they're two distinct groups of people.
Yes.
But that's not by design. You're welcome to come to both.
I'll be at both.
Yeah, we'll be at both. That's for sure. There is no, we draw no lines there, none whatsoever. So you're welcome to come to our church atrium and game with us there. Those events are going to be longer, 3 to 9 instead of just 5 to 9.
And those events, I provide food.
Yeah, and we provide a main dish for dinner.
Yep, and people can bring other things
and
to
you
share.
can bring whatever else you'd like, whether it's a dessert or a side dish or drinks or whatever. And you don't have to bring anything.
I will have enough food.
Yep. Let's see here. Gen Con or Essen? Well, if all things were the same, I would prefer Essen. Because it's in Germany, and I enjoy visiting Germany. But all things are not the same, so I prefer Gen Con because it's quick, it's closer, it does not cost us much money, and I usually will have the opportunity to, well, it's it would be easier for me to take my family if that ever coincided. I don't know that I'll ever be able to afford taking my family to Essen. For Essen. Like we made a family trip to go visit my daughter and spend Christmas with her, but a gaming convention is probably not something that I would drag the entire family over there for.
Yeah. I've never been to Essen. I do love traveling to Germany, but I have been to Gen Con, so I would say Gen Con, just because I've been there.
Eric asks, is Steamers a bar?
No.
Yes, it's a coffee bar. You can get coffee and smoothies and Italian sodas and chai and
Lotus and matcha.
Yeah, there's a number of different kinds of drinks you can get at Steamers, just not alcoholic. They're all non-alcoholic.
But they have great coffees.
And they have great
In fact, yesterday
pizzas.
When we were there was a person in line wearing another coffee shop shirt in line at Steamers, wearing her gear to go to work at said extra coffee shop.
That is right.
And that kind of made me laugh.
In your faces.
Yeah.
4 players or 6?
I like 4. 6 gets crazy.
It depends on the game, but more often than not, by and large, 4 is usually a sweet spot for a game. 3 or 4 is usually a sweet spot, with 4 being probably the more prolific. 6 can happen. Like, I think I enjoy playing After Us with 6 because it works well.
Yeah, no.
It works well. Let's see. No, this is not a Starbucks. I affectionately refer to Starbucks as Star Pukes because the coffee at Steamers is
so good.
Amazingly better than Starbucks. Period. End of discussion. Hard stop. Porridge with raisins or not?
I'm assuming you mean oatmeal.
There is a slight difference between porridge and oatmeal.
What is the difference between
I don't know exactly what it is, but I have heard that people say that...
Is porridge like cream of wheat?
No. Cream of wheat is closer to grits, which they're also not the same.
Okay, so what is... But oatmeal with raisins.
Porridge,
for sure.
I mean, I think porridge is akin.
Is porridge not made with oats? Is it made with a different grain?
I have no idea. I've never made it. I've just heard that some people draw a line between oatmeal and porridge. There's something more to porridge than there is just oatmeal. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. If you guys are on there, tell me. But I would say oatmeal with raisins, of course.
Of
and
course.
Brown
Wait.
sugar, and brown sugar.
Of course.
And butter.
So it's like you are crazy if you don't eat oatmeal with raisins?
Right.
No. Just
it has to have some sort of...
I don't mind it, but I'm not going to say, well, of course.
It has to. And brown sugar and butter.
No, it doesn't have to have raisins in it. I would much rather put
I mean, I will eat it without.
Chopped up bananas.
Oh, bananas for sure. What about
before raisins?
Nuts?
Yes.
You would do
because
nuts
it needs
in
some
your
crunch.
I don't like nuts.
It needs some crunch.
I don't like that.
Mixed grains. See, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's not just
so
oatmeal,
it's
mixed
oatmeal.
grains.
Okay.
Must be how Canadians describe oatmeal.
I don't know. I just don't know if there's a mixed grains versus oatmeal. So
Sunny Boy or Red River? What is that?
I don't even know what either of those two are.
Yeah, I'm going to say none of the above.
I have no idea. What are they? Are they drinks?
I'm going to go Brewster's Millions on this one.
Are they?
Vote none of the above. I have no idea what those are. Isn't porridge a class of foods like soup?
Well, I don't know. I thought porridge was a separate thing. I didn't. But maybe porridge is the word for breakfast mush.
So appetizing. I think I'll have 2 of your breakfast mush.
I'm just saying, is porridge a descriptive word?
You can eat it on a bowl or a plate. I don't think I've ever eaten oatmeal on a plate. I've always used a bowl.
I don't know, but he's making
I think that's kind of strange. Why would you eat oatmeal on a plate, you monster? Dress up for Halloween or only when party bound?
Okay. I have been a preschool teacher for a really long time. So Halloween is really big for the kids. At the school I am at currently, we do not celebrate Halloween. So I will not dress up this year. But I do own quite a few costumes. I've always dressed up for Halloween. You never have, but I always have.
No, I always did, but my mom always made me go as... Like, she made me go as a pumpkin one year, which did wonders for my self-esteem. She made me go as a clown another year. And she would always make my...
Yeah, I made mine.
And that was always...
Daphne, I made Daphne's one year, and I'm not a sewer at all, but she wanted to be an Arctic owl. So I had like white feathers just all over her and a little feather mask. I like Halloween costumes, but I can't clearly wear them to work. And we don't go to costume parties, so we won't go to that either. So I guess the answer is neither.
Porridge is hot cereal made of wheat, rye, and flax.
Oh.
So yeah, it's mixed grains.
So it doesn't even have the
oatmeal
oatmeal at all. Okay.
Right.
Wheat,
But I think it's equivalent.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just not made of the same stuff. Norwegians eat oatmeal on a plate with butter melted on it and sugar and cinnamon sprinkled on top.
Yes!
Okay, they're Vikings though. They're monsters. So
Oh,
yes.
that's a great, see, it's got to have butter. It's got to have butter. Do you put butter on your oatmeal?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Oatmeal, butter, milk, sugar, and cinnamon.
Yes.
Mix it up.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Making me hungry.
Don't just eat it out of the box or whatever. That's stupid. Porridge, a dish consisting of oatmeal or another meal or cereal boiled in water or milk.
Yes.
There you go. So that's what we were saying. They're equivalent.
Class, yes.
All right. Well, that is that. That wasn't really a play theme board games in Halloween or Christmas.
Christmas!
Yep. I knew that was coming. I don't really care either way. I don't.
I'd play that Christmas game you got me last year any day.
Santa's Workshop.
I would play that one any day. That was so much fun.
I really don't have a because to me there isn't a Halloween themed board game.
Right.
It's
Unless
usually like some type of horror themed game, which counts as Halloween themed. Right. There are some like Ghosts Love Candy 2 or something like that, but they're little card games or something like that. But I would probably prefer a Christmas theme over a Halloween themed game, but I don't really care either way.
Okay, it says you missed questions.
Skipped a couple of questions, mine and
up.
David. All right, well, let's see. I am on live chat. Well, I caught Gen Con. Okay, here we go. Play a new game or an old classic.
I frequently like games that I already know because sometimes when I get taught a new game, I get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I would say play something I already know.
Yeah. There is something about just playing a game that you already know how to play. Right. You don't have to worry about the rules. You know all the rules.
I got this.
There is something to that. But there's also something to
teach me a new game.
That new experience.
Absolutely.
So either or, I would imagine. And then the next one, a great game with meh art or Monopoly with art by Vincent Dutrait. Well, I hope that Vincent Dutrait never gets drunk enough to agree to putting his fantastic artwork on a Monopoly game. But even if he does, Monopoly is Monopoly. The artwork isn't going to change the fact that it's still Monopoly.
Great game.
I would go with a great game with meh art before a Monopoly game with Vincent Dutrait's artwork. Just with a name like Steamers, thought it was an oyster bar.
Oh, that's a good name for an oyster bar.
No, Steamers West because coffee has steam as you come off it, and that's actually their logo. It's like a coffee cup with steam coming off of it. All right. Well, I think that's that. Probably intentional. Night Cage. You skipped a couple of questions on a plate. On a plate so you can cut it. What? You're not supposed to cut oatmeal, you weirdo.
Oh, somebody's daughter just started pre-K.
My daughter just started pre-K. That's cool. Yeah.
I love my pre-K kids. I love them.
Welcome to has a Halloween theme. Okay. That's cool.
I love them.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We got to go pick up a kid from sleepover, and then we got to get ready for the rest of our day, which will include
a Wenatchee Wild game.
Shenanigans and a Wenatchee Wild game. You should probably house rule Monopoly so it's more like Blood Rage. At that point, I'm just going to play Blood Rage. Yeah. I'm not going to... I have like -0 desire to play Monopoly ever again. No. I mean, I did see that they did a Warhammer 40K version. Maybe it was a joke.
Really?
But I was like, even that, do not care. Still Monopoly. Anyway, let's see here. We're out of here. Probably intentional. No, it wasn't intentional. I just don't miss it. I didn't catch it. Sorry. Is next week normal? Yes, next week is normal. We will have fireside chat on Monday. We will have regular, it belongs in a museum, and then a regular Time Honor Tuesdays live stream with Jess and I. We will have a review on Wednesday, live review, and then we'll do solo on Thursday, and then we'll have our regular playthrough on Friday, and our regular live Q&A on Saturday. So yes, next week will be normal, and generally speaking, we're normal for the rest of the year because I'm not taking any more trips. I haven't really talked to people about that. The only possibility was PAX Unplugged, and I am seriously toying with the fact of just not going to PAX this year because I'm burnt out on traveling right now. So
it was a long season. We had a lot of
very
travel
much.
this year.
And some of it was plans, some of it wasn't. So I'm pretty sure I'm done with traveling this year. I think my next thing is going to be the cruise, and that's when I'm going to have my entire family with me. So that's a little bit of a different thing. But I don't want to leave the family anymore this year. It's hard on them, and it's hard on me. So that is that. Finally, Sam is normal. Viking Monopoly? No. Yeah, we will see. But generally speaking, we're normal from here on out for the rest of the year.
Normal, but yes.
So, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals next week. Have a great weekend. Thank you for being here.
We'll post our giveaway soon.
Yep, we'll post the September giveaway and the parameters that you need to enter very soon, probably Monday morning. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, this is so cool. You gotta email him right away.